Good Tuesday evening to everyone out there, and welcome in to the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Lou Robinson, and we'll be with you until 9 o'clock this evening, taking your phone calls, 256-234-6221, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. There's a lot going on, some breaking news. As we start the program today, Auburn and Alabama getting a commitment in the recruiting rankings. This is a never-ending, of course, saga. Recruiting has become year-round television, and
awesome.
Luke loves it. I can take it or leave it. But Auburn gets, if it was all like today, it'd be fine. Auburn gets the number 8 player in the country, number 1 outside linebacker in the country, Owen Popo. That should be interesting. But out of Grayson, Georgia, Alabama gets Harris?
Kevin Harris, also out of Grayson. Grayson had 4 guys commit to 4 different pretty high-profile schools, 1 to Texas, 1 to Bama, 1 to Auburn, and then the other to Tennessee.
Wanya Morris, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
Apparently.
When you turned my mic on, I thought my mic was on. I've never needed a microphone before, and now it's on.
Okay, so there we go. All right, well, we'll talk about that. The NFL draft, of course, this past weekend, 12 players taken from the Alabama Crimson Tide, 4 from the Auburn Tigers. That kind of tells the story, really, doesn't it? But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about maybe some players projected in the draft next year. We'll play a few games. What's the chances? True, false. Maybe a little over, under the NBA playoffs going on right now, NHL playoffs going on right now, and of course we want to talk about that.
I had no idea they were going on. I have no idea who's winning. I know there's some hockey fans out there, and God bless you. I can't get into it. I know that there was some controversy, kind of a la the Pittsburgh-New England football game this year about a goal being scored.
Right.
I don't know who did it. I just saw the pictures side by side. It looked like a goal to me. So as an unbiased
Penguins
observer,
and Capitals.
Oh, is that what it was?
I'll
take your word for it.
guessing.
I was too busy watching the draft, watching the Avengers, and keeping up with the recruiting.
That's a good idea. Who else? I mean, why not? In Major League Baseball, the Braves are actually fun to watch. I might even get Luke to watch them.
No, you won't.
They're fun to watch. They're exciting teams.
They're not. I mean, like
Ronald Acuna is.
I'm sure he's awesome,
he's
but
the
I mean,
real
it's
deal.
game 30. I mean, we have 132 more games
It's game
to go.
27.
Oh my God, it's worse than I thought. We got plenty of more games to go. I'm just not worried about it.
I know you're not, but I am, and I enjoy it. And we'll talk about that because I'm going to make him talk about that a little bit. Softball, baseball, college is in action. Of course, those seasons are winding down. Auburn actually has finished their conference season. Alabama still with 1 series to go, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Avengers, Infinity War.
Definitely talk about that.
This movie's going to make about $6 billion.
However much you want it to make. I mean, it made over $630 million worldwide this past weekend.
In about 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. And, you know, they pulled it off. I mean, yeah, there were you could pick any movie apart, I think, but it was pretty fantastic. And if you'll just go in and just sort of get lost in it, you will have a really, really good time.
Yeah, it would help if you've seen all the ones leading up to this, but to be perfectly honest, you could go and watch it fresh.
It's just better if you know all the ones leading up to it.
It is, but it's an entertaining movie.
I could have, once again, I could have done with about 10% fewer jokes. I need fewer jokes. And I'm also Drax, I mean, this will be something we talk about later, with Guardians of the Galaxy. Is there a time he doesn't get his butt kicked? Like in every movie he gets his butt kicked, and he's supposed to be almost indestructible, this really strong guy. He goes up against Ronan in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, gets his butt kicked. Goes up against Thanos in this one, gets his butt kicked. He just gets his butt kicked.
This is true.
And I mean, at least Hulk has beaten some people in the past. And now Hulk didn't do so good in this one. It was a first round.
Spoilers right here, but you know.
I know. Well, look, if you hadn't seen Avengers by now, I mean, frankly,
it's only been out for 4 days.
But it made $630 million. It made $27 million today.
Wow. Well, yeah, but
Monday. I mean, it's not. Today's not even over.
This is true. We'll talk about these things much more. Take your phone
today's
calls.
Tuesday. Sorry.
Yeah, today's
Breaking news.
256-234-6221. We'll open with the NFL draft.
Please.
53 players taken from the SEC. That is far and away the most by any conference. Surprise, surprise. Alabama with 12 players taken. We'll just start there. Any surprise that Tony Brown was not drafted?
I'm surprised. From Alabama's perspective, I was surprised in three things. I was surprised Josh Frazier was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was the first player picked by the Steelers since Deshae Townsend, I want to say in 90-something. I don't remember exactly, but it was a long time. I was surprised Tony Brown wasn't picked because he is a workout warrior and he is built like a Greek god. Maybe there's some things that his personality may take you aback a little bit. And he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best defender in the world. He did some nice things in the national championship game, for instance. He has an interception, but he also gives up a long pass play for a touchdown. And then also Bo Scarborough fall into the 7th round, which I thought was a little bit crazy because, and I guess what eventually happened was Jerry Jones was kind of looking over pictures of people who's left, and he came to Bo Scarborough and said, "Who's this guy, and why hadn't we drafted him already?" That's the only thing I can
think
figure.
Durability is the reason he's fallen?
I don't know. That could be. I also think it's not a looks like Tarzan plays like Jane thing with him, but you could make the argument he never really put it together. And he didn't. But I think he's going to be a pretty good pro. I think he has a good opportunity to be a good pro at least. He's got everything you need to be a good pro, but sometimes you don't have. You've got the parts, but you don't have the whole. So I don't know. We'll see. I think he landed in a very good spot, though. Ezekiel Elliott. I looked at their depth chart. They've got Alfred Morris there at Dallas. I mean, I would rather have Bo Scarborough, to be honest with you. I've seen Alfred Morris. He isn't bad and real good. He's okay.
I never even heard of him.
He played for the Giants for a while. He's good.
Okay.
I think he spent some time with the Redskins, too. He's been all over that division, I think. And then they had a couple other guys that they don't stand out. Ezekiel Elliott's going to be the number one back. And, I think Bo Scarborough does pretty good when he's not the number one back. That's what I used to love, and I wish Alabama had done a little more of, say, for instance, in the 2016 National Championship game against Clemson. You let Damian Harris be your number one guy, and then you bring in Bo Scarborough, and you're thinking, okay, I get a break from their number one guy, and then this thoroughbred comes in. Well, against Clemson, though, it was a little different situation because Bo got hurt. Mm-hmm. He was eating them up pretty strong. But I think he landed at a pretty good spot. I think that was the biggest surprise to me, and I think this goes without saying, is Baker Mayfield going 1. I just think Cleveland all over this thing. I mean, I think they could have had him at 4, and I believe that they could have gotten Bradley Chubb or Saquon Barkley. I mean, if you give me Saquon Barkley and then you get Baker Mayfield at 4, I look at your draft totally different than getting Denzel Ward at 4 and Baker Mayfield at 1. And then to top it off, to make it even more Clevelandy, they have those two guys go out and throw the first pitch at the Cleveland Indians game. Did you see that? And Baker Mayfield almost threw it so far over the catcher's head, even after he stood up, that it was embarrassing. And Denzel Ward threw it. It landed 5 feet before the plate.
Better to throw it high and they catch it than short hop it to me.
True, but it's worse when your 2 number 1 picks go out there and just look terrible. But the Giants get Saquon Barkley, and that's great for them. The Jets get who they wanted at quarterback. I guess that's great for them. The point is, I think Cleveland could have done so much more of this. They could have traded down and probably gotten Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw – well, some people saw him going number 1, but I certainly did not. I didn't think. But you listen to the Patriots, they said they almost traded down to get him. So, obviously, a lot of these
– The Patriots lie about everything. That's why they're so good. They have everybody confused and on a string all the time. And Cleveland's probably like, oh, really? Y'all are going to trade up to get him? Well, we better take him now. I mean, I feel like when Cleveland drafted, and they knew going in they had the 1 pick and the 4 pick. It felt like Cleveland made their pick at 1, and then the other 2 picks are made, and Roger Goodell goes, okay, Cleveland, you're on the clock. They were like, man, we just picked. We just picked 1. Did you hear us? He's like, y'all have another pick. And they were like, oh, my God, what do? We take this kid out of Ohio State. Why not? Who nobody had going that high.
They needed some secondary help.
But nobody had him. Imagine,
I get it.
Imagine
look, you
Chubb.
do your own evaluations.
You do, and that's why you've won one game in 2 years.
If that's the one that you want, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's your choice.
But it's our job to criticize when they keep doing this. If Baker Mayfield comes out and he's an all-pro.
Did you really think they were going to do something
I did. And
great?
Here's the thing, and I swear this is true. Like every year, I don't really have a pro team. I was a Miami fan forever. I love the Dolphins under Dan Marino, and they used to always draft Alabama players back in the 80s. Tony Nathan, for instance, Bob Baumhauer. I loved the Dolphins growing up. And then I just sort of fell out of NFL. I mean, I just didn't worry about it so much anymore. I was too much of a college guy. So I'm kind of, I feel like a free agent. Like I'm looking for a team to latch on to. And I don't want to be a Patriots guy, even though they got plenty of Alabama guys. And I feel like if I go with the Falcons, Titans, or New Orleans, that's cheating a little bit because they're so close. And I don't want it to be just a geography thing. So I've been wanting for somebody to stand out. And I was thinking, okay, Cleveland, you get me 2 good picks to start out with, I'm your guy. And they go with Baker Mayfield. After, by the way, they drafted Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield is Manziel light in a sense, both in the style of play, both in the height, athleticism, and in some of the off-the-field antics. And then they get Denzel Ward. They could have traded down to the 10 spot and gotten him, or maybe later. And they could have had so many other picks, and then they could have been so much better. Or take Bradley Chubb. And you have Myles Garrett and Bradley Chubb going off the edge. All of a sudden, nobody blames you. No, everybody's like, man, okay, maybe you screwed up the Baker Mayfield thing, but getting Chubb there, that's strong. And they just goofed it all up. I don't see how they could do it.
We're up against our first break here. But don't go anywhere.
And they got Josh Gordon over there, too. Your mentor is Josh Gordon.
We'll be back with more of Sports Blitz Live, presented by JR Sports Bar and Grill and Sunshine Heating and Air, right after this.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. At Main Street Family Urgent Care, we want you to know one of the benefits of our clinic. We have a self-pay option that allows you to get the most out of your visit. That means you don't have to worry about receiving a large bill after your visit. $125 covers all in-house labs, stitches, x-rays, or injections, and we have a selection of antibiotics available in the clinic. We want you to feel better fast at Main Street Family Urgent Care, open 7 days a week in Alexander City, across the street from Walmart. Feel better fast.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Blitz with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
If you're seeing the American cockroach, throw up the red flag. Ladybugs, throw up the red flag. Ants and swarming termites, throw up the red flag. And kudzu bugs, throw up the red flag. That's Red Flag Pest Control. So the caution is on. Call Red Flag Pest Control today.
I'm Scott Davis with Red Flag Pest Control, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Call me today, 256-825-0430.
Ready to put some fun in your life? Whether it's Central or East Alabama, North Alabama, West Georgia, or wherever you're from, Fun Carts of Opelika is your authorized easy-go kart dealer that has no limits on a perfect easy-go kart. Whether it's a fully customized kart or a stock-made kart, we'll deliver it on time and at the best price. Fun Carts gives you the service after the sale, so no matter if it's hunting, tailgating, motorhoming, fleet rental, or just a better way to get around, Fun Carts of Opelika has it and will customize it to your needs. Visit us in Opelika or call us or visit online for the best easy-go carts. Put a little fun in your life with Fun Carts of Opelika.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Bice Motors in Alexander City. Brian and his crew offer the latest lines of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, as well as the best used inventory around. Guaranteed lowest price. Bice.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you until 9 o'clock, talking about the NFL draft as it took place this past weekend. Auburn had 4 players taken. Braden Smith was the first off the board in round 2. Kerryon Johnson to the Lions. Smith, the aforementioned, to the Colts. Carlton Davis to the Buccaneers. Daniel Carlson goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Kerryon Johnson, I wish him a lot of luck, but Detroit seems like a place where good players go to die.
Yeah, it does seem like at least a running back graveyard too.
Yeah.
I mean, since Barry Sanders.
But you know, hey, that's okay. If he
doesn't have a ton of competition.
That's what I'm saying.
You've got I know you got Amir Abdullah. I mean, it's kind of funny how they have another former AHSA guy, and Amir Abdullah, who played right up the road at Homewood, and then
went to Nebraska, right?
Yeah, and Kerryon Johnson from Madison Academy. So, and they also got Deshaun Hand from Alabama. Detroit did.
Right.
Ashawn Robinson's up there right now. I know at one time
it didn't work out for Nick Fairley up there.
Nah, well, he got hurt. And he actually,
I mean,
he was with the Saints afterwards.
I think so.
Yeah. So, I think he's out of football. Isn't he out of football now?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he is. It's hard. You know, it's funny how these football guys can just kind of go away, and you're like, I thought he was still in the league.
Well, and then some guys like Casanova McKenzie was released by the Redskins, and I go, he was still in the league.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to start with a little true false. The Browns made a huge mistake taking Baker Mayfield #1, but I think I know the answer.
Oh, that's so true. Oh my God, it could not be more true. I think this is a disaster. I do. I think this is why Cleveland keeps drafting #1.
Cut to Mayfield leads Browns to the playoffs.
And I hope I'm wrong. I do. I would love to see Cleveland succeed through this, but I'm still going to go with the fact you could have had him at 4, and you could have paired him with Chubb, or you could have paired him with Saquon Barkley, and then all of a sudden, Barkley and Mayfield, okay, I like it a lot more. Barkley and Ward, when you have 2 of the top 4 picks in the draft, it just doesn't seem right.
True or false? Josh Rosen's comments were ill-advised but accurate.
I guess you're referencing the comments he said where all the other guys.
He said he was mad that he was taking number 10 and 9 people made a mistake.
Look, I don't really like this kid that much. He's just too brash for me. I mean, everybody digs confidence, I think, but this guy's a little over the top. But I think
is he the best quarterback in the draft?
I don't think so. I would have picked Lamar Jackson over him, to be honest.
Really?
With you. Yeah. I mean, I think what promised land did he lead UCLA to? And it wasn't like they didn't have any talent. He had Frisbee catching dogs all over the field. So, I mean, I think he had some shots to do some nice things. I think he looked good leading them back from that tremendous deficit against Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl last year. But why were they in that deficit to begin with?
Lost to Memphis.
Yeah, they did lose to Memphis. It wasn't a bad Memphis team, but still, UCLA.
They lost to Memphis.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what, I like him more than I like Josh Allen going to Buffalo. Yeah, I think that was – I like Rosen more as a player, but I think the fit – I don't know, the fit may equal out because Rosen's going to Arizona, and that's a little West Coast attitude, and Allen is going to kind of a time card,
Gritty, Blue
cold, snowy
Yeah.
tundra.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think but if you're A.J. McCarron, you're probably thinking, come on, man. A.J. McCarron just went to Buffalo just assuming he's going to be the starter, and now they draft somebody number 6. I mean, they're going to want him to be the starter.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson will never be a consistent starter in the NFL. True or
That's
false?
false. I think Lamar Jackson's going to be okay.
Really?
I do. I like Lamar Jackson a lot. I just think anybody that can.
Why do you think that way?
I just think he's so incredibly athletic, and I think he's
not Michael Vick, though, right?
I don't think he's Michael Vick, but I mean, you don't have to be Michael Vick.
But to overcome a lack of consistent passing ability, you have to be super, super athletic.
And he is.
And he is, but he's wabby.
But
he's
think,
not.
how much help did he have? Whereas Josh Rosen, I think if you put Lamar Jackson on UCLA and Josh Rosen on Louisville, I think that UCLA wins a lot more games and Louisville wins a lot fewer games. I'll put
Boy,
you that way.
I think I'd disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Really?
I think you give Rosen to Bobby Petrino, and he'd throw for 1,000,000 yards.
Well, what exactly did Lamar Jackson do? I mean, Lamar Jackson almost beat Clemson at Clemson.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's something to keep an eye on.
What was the best win in Rosen's career? The Texas A&M win?
Well, I just UCLA. They no defense hardly at all, and I don't know. Not much of a running game.
Let me say this: without Lamar Jackson next year,
yeah,
Louisville is a 32-point underdog to Alabama in Game 1, and Alabama just lost 12 guys at the draft.
This is true.
UCLA probably be about
True or
too.
false? Cameron Petway will have more rushing yards for the Vikings than Bo Scarborough for the Cowboys next year.
I feel like you only did this one just to make me wince. I mean, I think that's so false. I think Scarborough is going to be okay. I don't know that Cameron Petway. Do we know that he can run the football anymore? Have we seen him touch a football in a while?
He's well rested.
He's well rested. We still don't know exactly what happened at Auburn, right?
I think we know what happened.
We think we know what happened. We think we know.
I think I know.
It could have been worse.
I don't think so.
You think it was just as bad as you thought it was? No, I mean,
I know partly of what happened, and then I think what happened. So.
No, I think Bo Scarborough has more yards than.
Okay, we'll tally that up at the end of the year.
We'll write this one down or something. You've already typed it out, I guess.
True or false? The addition of Calvin Ridley gives the Falcons the best receiving corps in the NFL.
There's part of me that wants to say true because if you have Julio Jones and you have Mohamed Sanu, and then you have
Russell Gage is now.
Yeah, Gage is there, but the Raiders, they got Jordy Nelson, they got Amari Cooper, and they got Martavis Bryant now. And if you can keep him on the field and moderately focused, that guy's incredible. And then Jordy Nelson, I think, is great. So, I mean, I kind of like the Raiders receiving corps as much as anybody's. Is there somebody else I'm leaving out? Can you think of?
That's pretty. I know it's Larry Fitzgerald. If he was in his prime, the Cardinals would be.
He's 50.
I know, but he's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Quickly, before we go to break, Shaquem Griffin was the biggest steal in the draft of Seattle in the 5th round.
I mean, if I say anything but true, I'm going to feel guilty, so I'm going to go true because I think it was a pretty cool story.
I think maybe Scarborough to the Cowboys may be the biggest steal, to be honest with you. Up against the break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after these messages.
The Lennox iComfort S30 thermostat can sense changes in your environment. It even knows when you come and go. So now your home's most important system is also the smartest.
Farnell Mechanical gives you the smartest home comfort system available. It knows when you're away and adjusts when allergens and humidity get uncomfortable.
Trust Farnell Mechanical to provide perfect air for your family.
What perfect feels like. Lennox.
Spring into savings with 0% APR financing at BMW of Columbus. Plus, the BMW X2 has arrived, the ultimate driving machine's newest edition. Come in today for a test drive and check out the redesigned BMW X3. Always open at bmwofcolumbus.com.
Homeowners all over Alabama have discovered that when you need your flooring clean, whether it's carpet, upholstery, or any manner of hard surfaces, there's no clean like Peaches and Clean. Serving Auburn, the Chattahoochee Valley, Montgomery, Birmingham, and the Lake Martin area. Call 866-837-6937. 866-837-6937. Or visit peachesandclean.com. Caring for your floor and a whole lot more.
There's no clean like Peaches and Clean.
Have you heard the news? Your favorite chick is now online. That's right, you can now get Chicken Salad Chick even faster by visiting order.chickensaladchick.com. Chicken Salad Chick, born in Alabama and serving the best chicken salad around.
With Automower by Husqvarna, who needs you? It's the original yard robot. It goes around your trees and flower beds. It goes up hills up to 30 degrees in grade. Even does narrow areas and walkways. Automower beautifully manicures your lawn automatically. Imagine, a lot more mower and a lot less of you.
Visit TPE on Frederick Road in Opelika or Highway 14 in Tallahassee.
Sarah Hunt, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga offers the largest selection of Hondas, Nissans, and Fords in Central Alabama. And our promise to you is customers first. Over 100 vehicles under $10,000. And with 800 certified vehicles every day, you're guaranteed to find the vehicle of your dreams. Plus, with the Sarah Promise, you'll get the best deal. No hassle trade, best service, and the 72-hour exchange policy. Central Alabama, this is Sarah country.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air, your authorized East Central Alabama train dealer. Call Advanced Heating and Air. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you until 9 o'clock. Taking your phone calls, 256-234-6221, talking about the NFL draft. Projecting forward now a little bit. We'll spend one more segment on here before we move on.
Could you project backwards? I'm just curious. It seems a little redundant to say project forward. It's sort of like when people say you revert back. You just revert.
That's true. I was speaking to the Alabama people. I was trying.
I got you. Thank you for talking down to our level. Says the Alabama fan who had to correct you.
Thanks, Luke.
I'm just trying to help. I mean, it goes off as pompous, I know.
This is true. You make a good point. Which is rare. 2019 projected NFL draft.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, you want 2019. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's go.
What do we want? What did you want?
I thought you were going to go back and at least talk. You know what I'd kind of like to talk about is the best fits for guys.
Okay.
In the draft.
I'm flexible.
And first of all, I think I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is a great fit for the Dolphins. I think he's a great fit because he was probably the most professional. That was sort of the consensus that Minkah showed up to every interview, full suit, yes sir, no sir kind of kid, and he's always been that way. He's a Saban bot, if there ever was a Saban bot.
Probably sort a different suit to every interview.
No emotion, just yes sir, that's what I believe. We were in cover 2 and yada, yada, yada. You can explain the whole thing. And I think Bo Scarborough's a good fit for where he landed. Because I really do believe this. I said it earlier, but I think Jerry Jones, every time it comes down to cut people, he's going to look out there and like Bo Scarborough's just going to take his shirt off and say, "Do you really want to cut me?" And Jerry's going to say, "No, you look too good. Can't cut you." Because that's how Jerry operates. I want to say that I thought there was one other one in here, and I'm looking for it. I'm sorry. I thought Ronnie Harrison to the Jaguars is a good fit. They have a nasty secondary.
They do.
And they are young and brash, and this is going to fit right in with him. I think Ronnie's one of those guys, if he had come back, I think he's a definite first rounder, no bones about it. But I think this was probably win-win for him and win for Alabama because he could have gone down two paths, I think, coming back to Alabama. I think he could have gone down a path where he doesn't turn out to be the leader we need a senior guy to be. You know, I wish he would have, but maybe he doesn't, and then he could have hurt his stock. So I think he fell to a great spot that fits his personality.
I don't know if I'd want to be punting in Green Bay in the winter.
No, that's true.
I'd rather have a
But
dome.
somebody's got to do it, and if somebody's going to do it, I think J.K. Scott is the guy I want to do it. I think he's the best punter in Alabama history. Deron Payne to the Redskins. Look, he's in a division that is one of the more, probably has the best rivalries, would you say? That division, the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Redskins. I mean, I think those four teams hate each other the most. Now, you know, you could have a black and blue division with the Bears and the Lions and the Green Bay Packers, et cetera. But I don't think there's quite as much. Yeah, you know, how
The
do
Bears
you hate?
and Lions got to be good for that to be.
Exactly. And I mean, you look over at Cleveland and Cincinnati and Baltimore and Pittsburgh. That one's
Now,
a
they
rough
do hate
one.
each other.
They do, but you also got an off week with Cleveland for the most part. This NFC East, you don't have an off week, baby. And Dallas, no matter if they're not good, there's still a game of the week caliber type thing. So you know they're going to show up. So yeah, and you know, New York's won several Super Bowls lately. Washington's, now they've always been on the up and coming list, but I'm a pro Washington guy now. The only thing I wish more and more they'd change that nickname. Honestly, I do. I mean, it's getting harder and harder to defend keeping that nickname, isn't it? I mean, in today's society where everybody's offended by everything, it might just be a little easier to say, okay, we're just going to be the Washington Indians now. I mean,
until the majority of Native Americans actually have a problem with it, I don't care.
I don't care either, except have you noticed that like every announcer always just says Washington, they never say the Redskins?
I don't know if I'm paying attention.
They don't say Redskins much anymore. There are some announcers who call their games that refuse to say it.
Yeah.
They've gone public and said, I'm just not going to say their nickname or their mascot or whatever. And I'm just, hey, I think there's a way to make this a positive. Yeah. You know, just change the name. And
well, it's going to have to be.
Don't be stupid, though. Don't go Bullets to Wizards. That was stupid. I think it's still stupid.
Dan Snyder's not going to change. I mean,
he's not going to.
I mean, and they're going to have to. He'll take it to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, they'll pry that nickname out of his cold dead hands. There's no question. But I'm kind of wishing they change it. I mean, it just seems like another one of those things that one of those battles the NFL shouldn't have. If this was the only battle they were fighting, I'd tell them to stand tall. But they've got so many other societal issue problems that I'm like, y'all don't fight this one. Like, give in to this one. But whatever.
Makes sense.
Deshaun Hand to the Lions, I like that. I like Anthony Averett to the Ravens. Ozzie Newsom's going to draft an Alabama guy. You knew his last season as GM, he was going to draft an Alabama guy. And I think this is good. He pairs up with Marlon Humphrey there. Courtney Upshaw's still there. C.J. Mosley's there. So, yes, it's fun. Man, that Maryland area is good to Alabama, the Redskins and the Ravens.
Definitely.
So what did you think about?
Look, I like Carlton Davis to the Buccaneers. I think it's a good fit for him. Braden Smith to the Colts. Colts are stocking up on guards. They're trying to protect their biggest investment.
Is he ever going to play again?
Hopefully so. Daniel Carlson, I like kicking indoors. Think he's going to have a long career.
Daniel Carlson may have gotten the best fit out of anybody on the Alabama-Auburn draft list in terms of fit, because now a good kicker who's going to be kicking indoors. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about it. Trey Matthews, Cameron Petway, all ended up with the Vikings. So you got some camaraderie there. You got some teammates. Hopefully those two guys. I think Cameron Petway will make a roster. Trey Matthews, we'll see.
Were you shocked Jeff Tolland went undrafted?
Not shocked, but surprised. Yes. I think his measurables just aren't. He did not. He was one of those guys that went to the combine and it hurt because his numbers just aren't that good. And he's physically, I think he's like 6'1" and 246, and that's just not. The NFL is prototypical, a little bit bigger. So
do you think
he's not
at all?
Fast.
Because Vic Beasley's got similar measurements, right? Now, I'm not comparing Jeff Holland to Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley is kind of a freak. I mean, he's pretty incredible. And Jeff Holland was good, but he ain't, Vic Beasley, you might put him on like a Clemson all-time list, okay?
Holland could have helped himself coming back for a year, for sure.
Probably. And I think, if he had known he wasn't going to be drafted. But at the time, he was getting feedback that he was like a third-rounder. And, I mean, that's not bad. But I wonder.
Well, who was feeding that back was feeding some.
Exactly. But now when you get this, when you announce that you're going pro, you then have another series of combines or tryouts and interviews. And who knows, what if he said something in there that like triggered some of these people like, I'm not touching this guy. That could happen. Same thing with Tony Brown. That could have happened. Because if you look at Tony Brown, watch him run, look at him just lift weights, you think, oh my God, I want this guy on my team and I'll take a flyer on him instead of some punter from Southwest Dakota State. But people didn't pick him, just like they didn't pick Jeff Holland. But I wonder, do you think potentially there is any stigma with the fact that Jeff Holland played at Auburn and Auburn hadn't necessarily been known to put guys at his position in the NFL with any huge success, save Carl Lawson of late?
I think that kind of breaks the rule, doesn't it? So this guy that you waited and ended up being a steal for Cincinnati. So
true.
I don't know. There could be. Hopefully that's going to change though, as Auburn. This defensive line right now is hopefully going to put some guys in the NFL in the next few years. Up against another break here, though. Don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of Sports Blitz Live, presented by JR's Sports Bar and Grill and Sunshine Heating and Air.
Boaters in the Lake Martin area know whether you need service, maintenance, repairs, a great selection of pre-owned boats, or a brand new pontoon. Alex City Marine at the corner of 63 and 280 is there for you. Thanks to a record-setting sales year, Alex City Marine now has one of the finest pre-owned inventories they've ever had. Repairs, service, routine maintenance, for all your boating needs. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine at the corner of 63 and 280. Check them out online at alexcitymarine.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
At A&M Plumbing, you can count on us for dependable, quality service. Our staff is professional, neat, clean, and courteous. We're a fully licensed and insured plumbing company. Call on A&M Plumbing for any plumbing, sewer, or septic problems. We provide a comprehensive line of plumbing repair and installation services to keep your home's plumbing systems in top order. When you need plumbing service, call on the professionals at A&M Plumbing. Service at its best, when you need it most.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside, but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Talking about the NFL Draft, I lied. We'll spend one more segment on it. Looking at the 2019 NFL Draft, not the 2009. Nobody cares about the 2009 NFL Draft. But this comes from Bleacher Report. Projected, there are 13 guys projected in the first round from the SEC. Mississippi State with as many as Alabama. That may surprise some people. But Drew Lock, they got him at the number 4 pick projected to the Miami Dolphins. You love Drew Lock, though. You think he's
I think Drew Lock's a really good quarterback.
number 1 quarterback taken?
Yeah, I think he could be. I don't think there's any doubt. We got a caller.
Let's go to the phone line.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
Fine, Jerome. How's it going?
I got a question I want to ask. I watched something that I ain't never watched much in my life. That was car racing Sunday. Maybe y'all can explain to me how many they run so many laps, then they stop, then they run another so many laps, then they stop, and then they finish up. I'm gonna hang up in a few minutes just to hear what y'all got to say, because I didn't understand. I thought they just keep racing until somebody gets through. But I mean, that's the first time I really watched car races. And anyway, I just want to give a shout out to Ben Russell, because my daughter's a senior this year, and I hate to say it, but she's gonna have to go. She's going to Auburn, and I'm gonna be proud of whatever she does, as long as she gets an education. That's what's matters in my life, And but anyway, I just want to see if y'all can explain that, and y'all do a great job, and I listen to y'all just about every week.
Thank you, Jerome. We appreciate the phone call, buddy. I have absolutely no earthly idea.
I mean, are we talking about pit stops? Because
and I think we're talking about probably when a caution flag comes out or something, and then you got to slow down. I mean, look, Jerome,
they still are out there on the track with that, don't it?
God bless us, and we're called Sports Blitz, but I'm not watching NASCAR. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who like it, and I'm not disparaging the sport. That's great. That may be your thing. It's cool. I don't get into it. I can't. It just doesn't.
My only advice would be to rent Days of Thunder.
Rent Days of Thunder and see what happens.
I
know Logano won it. Now, I only know that because we were told by one of our producers earlier. I had no idea.
He met his wife.
He did meet Joey Logano's wife.
Or somebody's wife.
Okay, maybe it wasn't Joey Logano's wife. Maybe Joey Logano was mad he met his wife. I don't know.
I don't know. So. But I don't. Well, I mean, look. You run out of gas. You got to get gas at some point. You got to change tires at some point.
Like when he says stop, does he mean they all stop? Is it like Simon Says?
I don't know. That's a good question. I should have watched it, I guess.
No, I'm not watching it. Okay. Look, Jerome, I'm going to be honest. You're going to have to Wikipedia
You're barking up the wrong tree.
But let's go back to this. The draft for 2019.
You love A.J. Brown. They got him at number 5.
I love A.J. Brown.
For the Redskins.
Man, I was so hoping A.J. Brown would get some kind of waiver to transfer to Alabama. Oh, man, I saw him in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. Couldn't like a prospect any more than I liked A.J. Brown. I just thought I think he's awesome. And I think he's going to be a fantastic receiver. And they got him going to Washington, the Redskins next year. That'd be fine. Jonah Williams, what's going to be interesting, there are at least rumblings that Jonah Williams is the kind of guy, despite wherever he'd go in the draft, is the kind of guy who wants to do 4 years in college. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if that's the right move. I'm just saying he may not be in this thing. He'd be a junior in this. They also don't have Raekwon Davis on this list. Huge mistake. Raekwon Davis will be a top 10 pick. If he's uninjured, Raekwon Davis will be a top 10 pick in the draft next year. No doubt in my mind. No doubt. I could hide behind him. I'll give you some perspective. So Friday night, I was fortunate enough to be asked by somebody on the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame committee to go to the dinner that they had where the inductees this year were Dabo Sweeney and T.O. Terrell Owens, and so a lot of other guys, Stuart Sink and Tim Hudson. I got to go to the dinner before the actual induction, and I sat at T.O.'s table, and it was great and super good to see him. I got a picture with T.O., and I stood next to him, and I'm about an inch taller than him. I didn't think I would. Maybe it was my shoes, or whatever it was. In the picture, you could tell I'm tall. I could hide behind Raekwon Davis easily. He is a monster human being. Not just hide behind him like he's taller than me. You would see none of me.
Yeah.
No shoulders, no nothing. He's going to be a top 5 pick. And then Greg Little from Ole Miss. So Ole Miss would have 2 top 9 picks. I mean, maybe I need to rethink where I'd put them in the SEC West. Probably not. Their defense is bad.
Yeah. Greedy Williams from LSU, number 10. DeAndre Baker from Georgia, number 15. Josh Allen, not that Josh Allen, but this one from Kentucky, linebacker.
I like this one better.
Jeffrey Simmons, defensive line from Mississippi State, 21. Nick Fitzgerald, quarterback from Mississippi State, number 22. That seems high to me.
First of all, look, I like Nick Fitzgerald. I do think that's high. I've seen Jarrett Stidham in some mock drafts go as high as number 3, and they don't have Jarrett Stidham on this list either.
No, they don't. Deebo Samuel, though, I really like him. I think
he's good.
Phenomenal talent. Terrell Lewis from Alabama, number 25. Christian Miller from Alabama, number 28. And Montez Sweat from Mississippi State, number 20.
There's no doubt that Greedy Williams and Montez Sweat are the best 2 names on here, and we have a Deebo, and he's 3rd.
This is true. That is true. These are just these are projected. This is going to change, obviously, as time goes on. And some of these guys may be injured, so they may have a great year. Some reports said Jarrett Stidham could have come out this year and been a
well, one
first-round
GM
pick.
said he turned down first down money. I don't believe that at all. There were too many good quarterbacks. I don't think he would have gone in the first round. I think he might have gone in the second round. But I think this year.
You take him over Baker Mayfield?
I might take him over Baker Mayfield. Baker did take his team to the college football playoff, and he did win another conference championship and yada, yada, yada. But, if you're just looking at, if you're going to just factor in measurables, then yeah, I'd probably take Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham throws an equally pretty ball. I think that Baker Mayfield's got some more escapism about him. He's got some more, he's got more wins.
I think Jarrett Stidham is one of those guys that really could improve his stock by coming back because
staying healthy.
He does have to knock off some. He could definitely stand to improve his game a little bit more.
And here's the thing: he's got the chance to improve his stock a lot, or get hurt, because I think it's going to be one of those 2 things. Because his offensive line isn't going to be great, but his receivers, the receiving core at Auburn is going to be one of the best they've had in a while. So I think he's going to have the opportunity.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to tell you, the Auburn's offensive line is going to be better this year than it was last year.
I'm going to tell you right now, I could not disagree with you more.
I will stand by that.
Tell me, what's your rationale?
Because they were awful last year.
They weren't awful.
They were awful because they
had Braden Smith on the team.
11 sacks to Clemson.
Okay, by the way, do you know that Clemson?
Or 12.
Okay, Clemson has 4 guys projected to go in the top 22 picks by one mock draft on the defensive line alone.
That's
on
fine.
their DL.
I get it.
Okay, but I'm saying
they gave up 4 sacks to a Division I AA school.
You're telling me a team, and I think part of that is because Jarrett Stidham is not very mobile.
The coach.
He's not very mobile.
But I think J.B. Grimes
you're telling me a team that loses Braden Smith, who was a pretty high draft pick, and they lose Austin Golson and Darius James, who both signed free agent signed. You're telling me that team's going to be better when Calvin Ashley, the most high-profile recruit on the team, is being passed on the depth chart daily.
I'm telling you that. Okay. Because they're going to put a graduate transfer at right tackle.
Okay.
The guy from UMass will start.
Oh, my God. How's that positive? You got him so late in the game.
What does that matter?
You got him so late in the game, and he's from UMass.
Well, he did. That doesn't matter. You still have great players. Casey Dunn was from where? Sanford.
I thought he was terrible.
No, he was okay.
He was the lone bright spot, huh?
He was the backup. Up against the break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after this.
If you've been putting off that new heating and air unit in your home because of the upfront expenses, Williams Plumbing of Alexander City now has primary financing from Synchrony and can now install brand new heating and cooling systems with zero down, longer terms, and a competitive rate. Call Williams Plumbing at 256-329-8488 and get a free quote and terms and upgrade up to $35,000 in work with approved credit. Williams Plumbing stands behind their work with on-time affordable service for all your heating and air needs, as well as plumbing for zero down financing and great service. Williams Plumbing.
We're We're clearing out all the 2017 models at Lynch Nissan of Auburn. Payments as low as $199 per month and 2 years of free maintenance with every Nissan purchase now through September 30th. But only at Lynch Nissan. Shop now at lynchnissan.com. Got your eye on a new Nissan? Get to Lynch Nissan of Auburn right now for your best deal. Save up to $8,500 off MSRP. Plus, get 2 years free maintenance on every new Nissan now through September 30th. Exclusively at lynchnissan.com.
Heritage South Credit Union wants to help you with planning your summer vacation with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card from Heritage South Credit Union. A Platinum Rewards Credit Card offers an introductory APR of 1.99% through May 2018. Get ready to take the vacation of your dreams with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card. Visit your local Heritage South Credit Union branch today in Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and the new location now open in Alexander City. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bezlo's Cafe and Bar is Lake Martin's newest sensation destination. Bezlo's is located in the heart of downtown Eclectic and has ridiculously good food that you can't get anywhere else. With gourmet pizzas, 42 beers, 20 different wines, and as well as the lake's best seafood and steaks. Bezlo's has billiards, darts, cornhole, and more. Plus, karaoke every Thursday night and live music on the weekends. Join us for happy hour from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for $2 domestics or $3 wells. Bezlo's Cafe.
What's different about Hyundai of Auburn? Beautiful cars built here from parts made here. That's jobs and tax money.
And right now, Max, record low finance plans. 0% interest and $42.50 cash to spend with no budget busting repairs for a full 10 years. Drive a new Hyundai today. Check it out, HyundaiofAuburn.com.
And my Max Markdown deals. Tell them Max sent you. I might get a bonus.
Max, you're not real.
What?
I'm Jimmy Gorey with Gorey's Furniture. We are excited to have outdoor furniture. We are going to be carrying outdoor furniture year-round.
Great selection of patio furniture is made from powder-coated aluminum frames, which, unlike steel, will not rust. They also have this fantastic Nuvella fabric you can clean with bleach and water. They're fade-resistant.
And that's only at Gorey's Furniture.
Gorey's Furniture Express, your express way to savings.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Satterfield on Highway 280 in Alex City. Satterfield is the Lake Martin area's Big Green Egg and Accessories headquarters.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Just one more segment in the first hour of tonight's program. 256-234-6221 if you got anything on your mind.
Okay, let's do, Justin gave us a good explanation for NASCAR because we were asked about it. And I don't know if Jerome's watching us on Facebook Live or listening to us on the radio or on TV. Apparently, the explanation for why there was so much startage and stoppage is NASCAR is trying to be more exciting and grow the sport. So they went to having 3 segments of races, basically 3 races within each race. The finishers of each race get points depending on how they finish. The last segment winner gets even more points. If that's true, I could not hate that any more than I hate it more than I already thought. I don't care.
Ever watch races.
Well, that's the thing. I was non-committal about it. Now I can't stand it. If that's the way you do it.
You're going to watch it just to hate it now, right?
I'm going to watch it just to be mad. I'm going to watch it out of spite. Why are you returning this rental car? For spite?
They're actually, it's working. They did this to make people mad, so they'll watch it and go, this is the
I'm not watching out of spite.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I'm not watching out of spite, but I do think that's terrible.
Well, let's let Luke. We've been doing this on the Auburn Blitz. We did this post spring. First, just your initial thoughts of SEC predictions. We're going to do this in the spring. We're going to do it in the summer. We're going to do it in the fall. All right. So we'll let Luke. We've done ours. I've done mine. El Toro's done one. We can start with the East.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think you'd be crazy to put anybody besides Georgia at 1.
I think you probably would.
My 2 is South Carolina. If you don't put Georgia, you have to put South Carolina. Like, you can't – I won't let you put anybody else there. It just makes no sense.
You just know Florida?
You just can't do it, man. Florida's got I'm trying to think who they have from the West this year. I know they've got LSU again. That's their permanent, but they got them in the swamp again. But they're also transitioning into a new type of offense under a new regime. I don't know that he's got a quarterback for that system just yet. I mean, do I really believe in Felipe Franks, who weighs $175, is going to run that offense?
No.
With a lot of success. So I'm going to go Georgia 1 because I think that's a layup. And I think South Carolina 2. I will put Florida 3 almost by default. I may have actually put Missouri 3. I could make an argument for Missouri 3 because
Derek Dooley rules out them at 3 to me.
Good point, but I do think they have the best quarterback in the league. I love Drew Lock. I think he's the best, has the best pro potential of any quarterback in the league. And then so Florida, Missouri 3-4. And then I'm going to put Kentucky, Vandy, and I'm putting Tennessee dead stinking last. Not because I don't like the program. I'm fine with Tennessee. I think they're
You hate Tennessee.
Look, man, let me tell you, you know where their West opponents are? Alabama at home
Auburn.
and at Auburn.
Yeah.
Good luck, brother. I mean, who are you going to beat? You're going to beat
Tennessee has got a stretch. If I looked at it right, they have got a stretch of like I mean,
no, they don't have LSU.
No, it's like Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, South Carolina, all in a row.
And they're at Georgia this year.
I think they do have their bye week before they play Auburn, but still, that's not going to be good.
I don't care when their bye week is. They need a bye week before every game.
They
need to have one of the
like
longest
5 or
seasons
6
ever.
games in a row in SEC, and it's brutal.
And again, I just don't see how they get any wins. And again, they've got a regime change. And they lost a lot. Unbelievably, they lost a lot of guys to the draft. John Kelly is gone, who I thought was a really tough runner for them. But Jeremy Pruitt's got a lot of old losing to get off this team. And it takes a while to chisel that off. Nick Saban, in my opinion, best coach has ever been. He still had to endure 2007.
I think Tennessee has a losing season, but I think by the end of it, you're going.
Do you think don't they open up with West Virginia and Charlotte? I don't think they win that.
Yeah.
That's a loss.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. How about the West?
West, I mean, again, I feel like it's a layup with Alabama at 1. I mean, Alabama's going to be a double-digit favorite against every team they play this year. That's
shocked.
Already out. Oh, who do you pick?
Picked Alabama.
Okay. So I think Auburn at 2. I'm a little less confident about it only because I'm very worried about their offensive line.
But now you know they're going to be better.
Yeah, that's the ticket. And I like Mississippi State a lot. This Mississippi State team could be tricky good.
Regime change,
but it has a different feel about it. Look, when Mississippi
what are you
State
feeling this with?
I'm saying Florida has unreasonable expectations all the time. There's no way Dan Mullen can come in and meet them year 1. Florida fans are out there right now thinking, we can win this division. I don't think you can win this division. I think Tennessee fans believe we can come back as a viable, respectable program. Not yet, you can't. You got a while. You got Wayne Morris today committed. That's great. You need about 22 more of it.
Yeah.
But Mississippi State, they were in the first ever playoff selection committee's grouping of 4.
Did they make it?
No, they didn't make it, but I'm saying Dan Mullen did take them to number 1 in the country.
You want a golf clap for that?
I think Mississippi State deserves something for that. You don't think
they had Dak Prescott? They were supposed to be that good.
You think they were supposed to be number 1 in the country? Come on now.
If they had Dak Prescott, that's a program-changing type player.
He's pretty good, but Nick Fitzgerald's pretty good too. Nick Fitzgerald's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He can't throw, but he's pretty good.
Look, I said they're 3.
Who is Joe Moorhead? I mean, I don't know anything about this guy.
Well, Joe Moorhead's been part of a successful program at Penn State.
Okay.
He helped turn the program around. He's a very rah-rah guy, and I think Mississippi State feeds off that. Mississippi State, they need a rah-rah guy. They need a guy that's into cowbells and, all that kind of junk.
Yeah.
I'd probably put Texas A&M 4. I am bearish on LSU, big time. I think LSU's got some problems. If they lose that first week against Miami and Dallas, Katie bar the door.
Think about this. They've got Miami, they've got Alabama, they've got Auburn on the road. You've got Florida on the road. They could be 7-5 easy.
They got, I think they do they go to Mississippi State? I don't remember. No, I think they do. They get Mississippi State at home. But it doesn't matter. I mean, and they lost a lot of guys to the draft. Danny Etling was drafted. I think that was
Tolliver not drafted.
Yeah, I thought that was a big time. I thought that was one of the bigger shocks to me. When I saw his name flash across the screen, Danny Etling had been drafted, I was like, wow, okay. You talk about somebody's reaching and they don't reach for Jeff Holland or Tony Brown?
That's a good point. And you got LSU last, or
no? I don't have them last. I mean, I got to put Arkansas last.
Yeah.
I see.
Ole Miss and Arkansas.
If Tennessee played Arkansas, they ought to be like the anti-SEC championship game this year, where Tennessee and Arkansas play.
We're up against the break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Do you want the best? Go with Crest. Crest pontoon boats at Harbor Point Marina. Luxury, style, and performance without compromise. That's Crest Pontoons. Right now, Harbor Point Marina has the new 2018 Crest pontoons on the showroom floor. Make sure to save big on our limited remaining 2017 models while they last. And don't forget about our in-water boat show, April 27th to 29th. For the best in Crest pontoons and all your boating needs, get to the point. Harbor Point in Stillwater's Lake Martin or online at harborpoint.net.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control company for a generation, and now we're proud to announce our new name, EnviroCare. You can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs, and EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system that provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. The EnviroCare Centricon termite protection protects your home year-round. Call the professionals of EnviroCare throughout Central East Alabama. Call for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
You can count on the caring team at Brown Nursing and Rehabilitation. Our services include physical, speech, and occupational therapy. Brown Nursing and Rehabilitation, 256-329-9061.
Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga offers the largest selection of Hondas, Nissans, and Fords in Central Alabama. And our promise to you is customers first. Over 100 vehicles under $10,000. And with 800 certified vehicles every day, you're guaranteed to find the vehicle of your dreams. Plus, with the Sarah Promise, you'll get the best deal. No hassle trade, best service, and the 72-hour exchange policy. Central Alabama, this is Sarah country.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Alex City Marine, the Lake Martin area's premier new and used boat and motor dealership. Find out more at alexcitymarine.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you for one more hour. Got a question from a viewer. Who do you like
Viewer
more?
questions are always
Paul
death.
Tyson or Talia?
Talia. It took me a while, by the way. I mean, like, you look
Well,
at it.
you don't pronounce them the way they spell them. I'm
Tagovailoa, you say an N, and there's no N in there.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I think that's illegal, isn't it?
No. My uncle knew a woman who named her child Jakisha, and he said, spell it, and she spelled it. He said, it sounds like there should be a J. She said the J is silent. And I mean, so you don't know. You don't know. I mean, the silent is not there. The N so strong it lapped over into not being there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how you say it. It doesn't matter.
It's Hawaiian
You
thing.
can spin the rock. It's positive. But who do I like more, Paul Tyson or Talia Tagovailoa? Gosh, I've seen more of Tyson, so I would say Paul Tyson just by default. It's going to be really interesting. I get really excited about the stupidest things, but I'm very excited about next year's Alabama-Mississippi All-Star roster being released to see what quarterbacks are taken for the Alabama squad, because the Alabama squad is going to have Bo Nix, Talia Tagovailoa, Paul Tyson, and the guy whose name escapes me, who's really good at Central Phoenix City. And that's 4 quarterbacks right there that are all really good, and you generally only take 2 of them. So somebody's going to get left out and have a chip on their shoulder, but we'll see. I would say Paul Tyson. I'll say this. I didn't know this. Hewitt Trustful, of course, they have Pierce Quick, who's committed to Alabama. Paul Tyson is committed to Alabama. A quarterback, and Pierce Quick plays on the offensive line for him. They also have another guy on the offensive line committed to Arkansas. I mean, so and they have a wide receiver who's only a junior this upcoming year committed to Alabama. So you've got a wide receiver committed to Bama, an offensive lineman committed to Bama, an offensive lineman committed to Arkansas, and your quarterback's committed to Bama. How do you not make them the favorites in 7A? I mean, because Hoover's Hoover, right?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's true. Until you got to beat the man to beat the man.
I agree. But I just find that's going to be a fun team to watch. And then Talia Tagovailoa's got a fun team too. Obviously, Thompson, Amari Kite on the offensive line, he committed to Alabama on Sunday. So each of the quarterbacks committed to Alabama has an offensive lineman that's also committed to Alabama on the team.
Funny how that works.
Mm-hmm. Got to protect your quarterbacks, man.
That's just true. What's the chances Auburn baseball hosts a regional? They are now 10-11 in the league. They have Vanderbilt this weekend, Ole Miss in Oxford, and then LSU at home.
Yeah.
15 wins, 15-15 will probably get them as a host.
You think? What's Vandy? This isn't a national championship Vandy team.
No, they're at 11-10 in the league.
I think what Auburn needs is, oh man, they do finish up at Ole Miss and then LSU. I mean, wow.
It's not going to be easy.
No, but LSU obviously, and it's just LSU's always good. And you don't ever take them for granted. I would say Auburn needs to win the series against Vandy and LSU just because they play them at home and not be swept against Ole Miss. You do those things. You go 2-1, 1-2, 2-1, and I think you host.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or that'd get you 15-15.
Yeah.
Those okay. So what are your percentage?
I'm putting a percentage on this thing?
What's the chance?
What's the chances? Let's say 50%.
Okay.
Because that's what baseball is. Baseball is all about being around 50 to 60%.
What's the chances Auburn or Alabama softball make it past a regional this year?
I'm going to say 90%. I think both of these teams will make it to the super regional and then get beat. They have too much pride. You rarely see Alabama get put out. Now I think they did against. Did they play Hawaii in a regional or super regional when Hawaii beat them? I think that was a super regional.
Probably was.
You rarely see Alabama go out in a regional, and Auburn's been so good of late. I'm talking about annually, that I don't see they're losing in a regional too. So yeah, I'd say both of them make the supers.
What's the chances Harold Joyner wins the Heisman Trophy during his time?
I read this question when you sent your itinerary out, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
He said he wants to win the Heisman Trophy.
And who doesn't say that?
Not many people say that.
What are you saying? I mean, Asa Mark, he's not even. I wouldn't say he's even
I looked at the kid.
Enough.
He looks like he will. I want that kid coming off the bus.
You do. You want Tony Brown coming off the bus. Guess what he did? He's still on the bus.
What? How you don't play running back?
Asa Martin or Boobie Whitlow or Chandler Cox or
that's the
CJ.
You give your percentage. I'm giving you latitude here.
I'm going to say. I mean, I guess I have to give it. It's not. There's not no chance. I mean, there's a chance a punter could win the Heisman. So 0.01%.
We'll mark that down.
Mark it down.
I'm going to send it to Harold.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
What's the chances Jason Witten plays football in 2018?
He skipped
it's either
over
that
a good
or
question.
the Monday night.
I'm going to say
back.
I'm going to say
rounding
1%.
back.
I'm going to say around 1%. I think
he's going to the Monday night.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You're going to make good money, and you don't get hit. Jason Witten's been playing football for a long time, man.
What's the chances Josh Allen beats out A.J. McCarron for the starting role in Buffalo?
I'm going to say about 99%. And I hate it for A.J. because you don't draft a quarterback there and then not play him. They've drafted a lot of bad quarterbacks and still started them because they drafted him so early. You're like, man, maybe, if we put him in the spotlight, things will happen. Maybe he's just a bad practice player. I think Josh Allen eventually beats him out. Now, does that mean A.J. can't retake it? No, I think A.J. could, but they're going to make – Josh Allen's going to get more opportunities than A.J.
Probably true. What's the chances Kawhi Leonard remains with the San Antonio Spurs?
I'm going to say 0. I will say 0 on that. He seems to want out. There was a story that I didn't have time to read before I got here because I do the Inside the AHSA piece about there's some other drama unfolding about the Spurs and Leonard. And the Spurs have the feeling of they're about to be in a serious rebuild mode. And it's going to be difficult for them because their whole persona was built around Popovich, and you wonder how much gas he has left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he stick around? Would he stick around for a total redo?
I don't think so. I wouldn't. I mean, it seems like he wanted out before that. He's trying to – the reason, you have to rebuild is because he leaves. So
that's right. I mean, somebody's going to take the gig because they're going to get paid $10 million a year.
Yeah.
But I'm like you, it's tough to be a coach in the NBA. Look, Ty Lue, nobody thinks Ty Lue does anything, right? They think he does nothing. I don't know. I'm saying he might do a lot more than we give him credit for because it's difficult to manage all these egos. That's what I say about Saban all the time. Everybody talks about, well, he's not a great exit. The greatest thing he does in recruit is manage egos. And
that's on Phil
his
Jackson.
included.
Yeah, it was so good. Up against another break here. What?
I thought you said he doesn't do that so good. What'd you say?
No, I said Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
Up against a break here. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside, but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
Spring's in full swing at Alex City Marine, and the all-new 2018 Landau and Manitou Tri-Tunes are on the lot with more arriving daily. Take a demo and save with off-season pricing. Alex City Marine needs your trade, so now through the spring, the good guys at Alex City Marine are offering top values on all trade-ins. Make sure to get your boat in early for repairs and summerization, and you'll find boating's best lines of Suzuki and Mercury outboards. Go with the pros the locals know, and save the date of April 27th for our huge in-water boat show and sale.
Sarah Hunt, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga offers the largest selection of Hondas, Nissans, and Fords in Central Alabama. And our promise to you is customers first. Over 100 vehicles under $10,000. And with 800 certified vehicles every day, you're guaranteed to find the vehicle of your dreams. Plus, with the Sarah Promise, you'll get the best deal. No hassle trade, best service, and the 72-hour exchange policy. Central Alabama, this is Sarah country.
Whether it's a dream house or corporate real estate, Concrete has the skill, expertise, and talent to exceed your expectations. Trust Concrete to build a foundation for your future. Our work ethic and dedication are always in keeping the competition on their toes. We specialize in residential and commercial development in the Coosa, Talladega, and Shelby County areas. Call us today for your next project, 256-245-4211, or check us out on the web at con-crete.com.
Scotty Fortenberry is Dadeville and the Lake Martin area's full-service Alpha agent. His office on Broadneck Street offers comprehensive life, home, auto, and boat insurance at Alpha's competitive rates. Scotty and Alpha Insurance are Alabama's #1 life insurance company for a reason. You'll always get the personal attention you and your family need. Scotty also has your commercial needs covered, so whether it's just a quote or full insurance evaluation, call Alpha agent Scotty Fortenberry at 256-825-9211.
Bucks Island is one of the oldest boat dealers in Alabama, serving boaters since 1948 with the largest boat showroom in the state. Bass boats featuring Skeeter, cruisers and sport boats featuring Monterey, pontoons featuring Crest, G3 and Voyagers, powered by Mercury and Yamaha. Bucks Island has sold over 10,000 boats and with a full service and parts and accessories department to keep your boat in top condition. Don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. Visit Bucks Island on Highway 77 in Southside or online at bucksisland.com. Give them a call at 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island, where our #1 product is customer satisfaction. This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Peaches and Clean, caring for your floors and a whole lot more in East Central Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you for about 45 more minutes in tonight's show. We both went to see The Avengers, Infinity War over the weekend. Not together. That'd be weird.
That would be weird.
But fantastic movie. I mean, when you knew this was coming, obviously, they were going to bring everybody from the Marvel universe into this one movie. And you wondered if it was just going to be too much, but there again, Marvel seems to outdo themselves all the time, and somehow it works. They can manage. Speaking of managing egos,
that's true.
They seem to do it, and it's pretty seamless.
You know, I've always thought the reason Marvel's universe works and DC's universe doesn't work, to me, DC's obviously their heroes are more iconic. I think, you know, you see Superman. You know, I'm not Superman. Or when you think of somebody who's crafty but not having no superpowers, you immediately think Batman. And whenever you think of a strong female as Wonder Woman, you know, that's fine. The problem is, how do you beat Superman? You don't beat him. The only way you can beat him,
kryptonite.
The only way you can beat him is to get part of a rock from a planet that exploded that you don't even know where it is. And the only person who can afford it is Jeff Bezos, I guess, or Bezos. So Batman is the one guy we can all identify with because, you know, his parents were killed, and, you know, whenever you've had something happen in your life, you feel like, okay, maybe I can overcome this tragedy. He's overcompensating and he's doing all this. We can identify with him a little bit. But, you know, you can't really identify with the Green Lantern. You know, a guy, and every time anytime he can think of anything, he can make it happen with his ring. You can't identify with Wonder Woman. She's over here deflecting bullets with her bracelets. Everybody makes it. You could shoot her point blank range and it won't hurt her.
I can identify with
her. Look, Gal Gadot and Linda Carter are both easily identifiable for at least 4 to 5 good reasons. But so I've had a recovery there.
Yeah.
But so the DC universe is, you can't relate to it. They're all too powerful. You can't. How can you can relate to Marvel. You can relate to Spider-Man. He's a teenager, he's got acne, he's got girlfriend problems, he's a hero, but he's still a little weak at the end of the movie. You know, he's sort of crying on Tony Stark's shoulder there. You can relate to Tony Stark. Tony Stark, people don't know. I mean, like, I know they know about Robert Downey Jr. and his problem. Tony Stark in the comics was an alcoholic. So, I mean, people know people with drinking problems. They know people with addiction issues. You know, they can identify with that. You can identify with, maybe not the Guardians of the Galaxy so much. I can get into my why I hate space thing. But, you know, the Hulk, he's just got anger management issues. And then in this movie, he had performance issues.
You did.
Some people out there, not me, can identify. I'm trying to throw some other ones out there. Name some other Avengers.
I don't know.
It's hard to identify with Thor.
Yeah. That was pretty funny, though. But
now, I will say this. See, that's why I never liked Thor. I thought he was good in this movie, but I've never liked him as a hero because one minute, he's getting beat up and you wonder, is he ever going to come through this? And then the next minute, he's able to hold open some type of cover for a shaft to allow the heat from a dying star to pass through him to crank up a furnace. Yeah. Like, how can somebody hit you and that hurt when you can withstand the heat of a dying star? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want limitations, because if you don't have obstacles to overcome, how are we supposed to believe in you and identify with you? Like Superman, you remember the Superman, the Man of Steel movie? Like, even in that movie, Lex Luthor finds kryptonite, slings it in the water, and he figures out, for some reason, when it hits water, it like multiplies and grows. Even then, Superman was able to pick up that gigantic kryptonite rock, and you're like, I thought kryptonite stopped him. Well, it's just his willpower. It's stupid.
Well, that weakened him, in that.
But he was still picking up essentially Australia.
Landmass. Yeah, well, it wasn't quite that big.
It was big.
It was not that big. It was like
big.
Maybe like Tallapoosa County.
Okay, he's picking up Tallapoosa County. So I think we can. Dr. Strange, he's a surgeon who had some problems and his fingers got all busted up, and now he's master of the mystical arts. I can buy that, man. He goes off into the Himalayas and you don't know what happens up there. I could buy that. You got to suspend some rationale and reason. Black Widow, she was
orphaned,
and trained in this red room, and Hawkeye. Hawkeye's just a dude, man. He's just shooting arrows left and right.
They kind of left him out of this one.
They did leave him out. They didn't kind of leave him out. They totally left him out. They mentioned him one time, but they said he's going to be back in a big way in Avengers 4, which is yet untitled. So, and he's got to come back. They lost half their heroes.
Yeah, well, again, spoiler alerts.
Dude, it's Tuesday. If you hadn't seen Avengers yet, or you hadn't read the Wikipedia summary of it, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to spoil things for you. Guess what?
The
Titanic sinks too.
He's the Grinch. You're trying to spoil.
I mean, they blow up the Death Star. Am I really giving away too much here? How soon can it quit being spoilers and me just talking about the movie?
I'm just upset we're going to have to wait a year for this thing to be resolved.
Oh, it's going to fly by, man. We got a football season.
What about
we got a summer and then a football season. I thought Thanos stole the show. And I was really worried because like in other Hulk movies, not any of the Avengers, but other Hulk movies, the Hulk was so fake and you could tell it. And I was worried that Thanos, like we finally got a Hulk that we liked and it didn't look all that fake. I was worried Thanos was going to look a little fake. He didn't look fake.
No, he was pretty cool.
And
they're going like Lord of the Rings too, with a little person the size of a giant.
I thought that was a nice twist. And also, what's that guy's name? Peter Dinklage?
I think that's right.
Okay. I mean, that guy has really come to Hollywood at a time when they need a lot of shorter dudes to play some of these roles. The Lord of the Rings stuff and the Game of Thrones stuff and the Avengers stuff. He's hit Hollywood at a good time.
He has. And he's like, I mean, he was in the X-Men.
He was Trask.
Yeah. So.
And I'm excited about eventually they're going to get the X-Men back in this thing.
The problem is that they're owned by 20th Century Fox.
Fox, yeah, but I think aren't they working out to buy them back?
Probably.
Because Fox has screwed up the X-Men so bad.
There's one. Somebody else is with the. I hope they don't.
Spider-Man was with Sony.
The Fantastic Four, please.
Oh no, the Fantastic Four is going to be back. And I'm with you. They've ruined it so much now. I'm like, just stop. Just stop doing that. Like, don't make it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I was really hoping for? And they can't do it now. They can do it whenever they reboot this thing, which is what they'll have to do, because where do you go after Thanos?
That's a good question.
But
and Robert Downey Jr. is getting old.
Yeah, and he's going to get up. But I would love to see eventually a Planet Hulk movie, which you know about Planet Hulk, and that's cool, where Hulk actually fights the entire Marvel universe and kicks butt. I mean, he's great. Deadpool, the trailer for Deadpool was in there, and I really
Deadpool, that's the one that's on 20th Century Fox.
It looks good too, and I really thought I was going to hate Deadpool overall because I don't like this breaking the fourth wall thing. Because again, I like to go to a movie and be sucked into the movie, like feel like I'm a part of it. And Deadpool makes you stay out of it because he brings you right back to reality. But it works, and the trailer works, and Deadpool's going to be good. But it's going to be tough to beat this Avengers movie. And good luck, whatever the Justice League comes up with next, man, because y'all screwed up Justice League so bad too. Good luck, brother.
Up against a break here, but don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
The door's open, the beer's cold, and the biscuits are hot at Foshee Sportz on Dable Road in Alexander City. Fishing season is in year-round and live bait is available. Non-ethanol gas is available along with propane and pellet ice. So come on by and see what we're all about, where the kitchen is open Monday through Friday early at Foshee Sportz on Dable Road in Alexander City. And tell them old Katie sent you right here from the front porch, WAXC TV.
Did your team just win the big game? Are you looking for a unique way to honor a valuable employee? Lila's Engraving has you covered, offering a large selection of custom trophies and plaques. Lila's also offers cast aluminum car tags, custom engraved wine glasses, clocks, and wood cutting boards. They even offer custom framing for any art or picture as well. Lila's combines the best quality items with the fastest service around. With over 27 years of experience in the Alexander City and Lake Martin areas, Lila's Engraving is your only choice for custom awards and engraved gifts. Always remember, winners choose Lila's.
Heritage South Credit Union wants to help you with planning your summer vacation with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card from Heritage South Credit Union. A Platinum Rewards Credit Card offers an introductory APR of 1.99% through May 2018. Get ready to take the vacation of your dreams with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card. Visit your local Heritage South Credit Union branch today in Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and the new location now open in Alexander City. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
Whether it's a walk-off home run, a game-winning touchdown, or a buzzer beater, make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup. Located in downtown Sylacauga and a short drive from Highway 280, Jay's has the food you're looking for. Whether it's wings, fingers, burgers, or salads, they have it all. Come bring your family for a great meal, come hang out with your friends for the big game, or call them at 256-207-0700 to place your order. Make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control company for a generation, and now we're proud to announce our new name, EnviroCare. You can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs, and EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system that provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. The EnviroCare Centricon termite protection protects your home year-round. Call the professionals of EnviroCare throughout Central East Alabama. Call for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live abruptly, as we are here. But time for the Sports Blitz Players of the Week.
I'm going to start with the Lee Apparel and Promotional Products East Alabama Player of the Week, and that's Kaylin Dismukes from Hopeville. She was named to the South roster for the AHSA North-South All-Star Softball game.
Next is the Talladega County Player of the Week, presented by Concrete. That is Jaron Turner from Oxford. He was named to the North roster for the AHSAA North-South All-Star Baseball game.
The LMG Lee Marketing Group River Region Player of the Week is Tanitra Wilson, as name of the week as well. From Prattville, she was named to the South roster for the AHSA North-South All-Star Softball game. Man, this is going to be a heck of a game.
Watch out now. Look out. The Lee County Player of the Week, presented by Quinn Harrelson with Interlink Mortgage Services, is Aubrey Holiday from Auburn. She was named to the South roster for the AHSAA North-South All-Star Volleyball game.
The Russell Building Supply and Russell Do It Center AHSA Radio Network Player of the Week is Ed Johnson from Hewitt-Trussville. Man, how many good players does Hewitt-Trussville have? The Auburn signee pitched a complete game with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts while allowing 3 runs to knock off defending 7A champ Hoover. He also went 1 of 1 with a leadoff double in the first inning and 2 runs scored. My goodness.
Lake Martin Player of the Week, presented by Sign Source, is David Herron from Benjamin Russell. The running back was named to the South roster for the AHSAA North-South All-Star football game. A lot of all-star representatives there. Congratulations to each and every one of the Sports Blitz Players of the Week.
The Raptors have a 11-point lead right now on the Cavaliers.
Interesting.
You know, now that Toronto's gotten out of the first round, they've had a problem getting out of the first round. Now that they've gotten out of the first round, I wonder if they can capitalize.
The number 1 seed, they better not.
They're the 1 seed.
You better take advantage of it.
And it's just their luck that LeBron's the 4 seed. I mean, if you would probably least like to play the Cavs more than anybody else. I mean, you would probably prefer to play the Sixers. Or
Well, you're going to have to play
obviously
them
the Celtics
eventually anyway.
But here's the thing. I mean, the Celtics look good against the Sixers the other night. If the Celtics can get by them, and the Sixers are a good young team, but they are young. First of all, how good a coach is Brad Stevens when you've lost Kyrie Irving and lost Gordon Hayward?
I think he's the best coach in the league.
And then if you're Toronto, you got to feel great about your chances to make the finals.
It's a good point. I'd rather, to be honest with you, I'd rather get Cleveland in the second round than the third. Because, I mean, if they're one step away from the finals, they're going to be that much more motivated, I think. So.
True, but I think they'll also be that much more tired. And we've learned very quickly, as The Onion tweeted out, I don't know if anybody out there follows The Onion on Twitter, you should. It's pretty funny. The Onion said that LeBron had a press conference thanking his teammates for having 4 warm bodies out there while he won the game against Pacers, so they didn't have to forfeit.
That's about right. Over-under, speaking of the NBA, 2 wins for the Pelicans in the New Orleans Golden State series.
That second game is tonight. I'm going to go over. I do not feel confident in this. I kind of want to go push. I'm going to go push. I don't think they can win more than 2.
Okay.
I think you should have put this at 1.5.
I started to, but I wanted to make you work for it.
Okay. Well, it's too easy if you do 2.5, too easy if you do 1.5. So, because I feel pretty confident they can get some wins. I was in New Orleans recently when they were winning that other series against Portland, and man, that city is pumped about the Pelicans. They really are, and it's exciting. I mean, we as college football fans, and we're not even in Auburn or in Tuscaloosa, so we still don't even know what it's like to be in that city, like every day, all day, even when they're not playing whatever. But we forget that some of these pro teams, man, they buy in. Like New Orleans is bought into the Pelicans. They're all in.
Well, they buy into the Saints.
Yeah.
6 games in the Cavaliers-Raptors series. Over/under.
Oh, I'm going to go over. I think this goes
7 going. Mm-hmm. Okay. 20 points for Steph Curry in his return to action tonight. Over
I'm going to go over because I think they want to send a message with him that he's okay. I think he could have played sooner if it were, more of a dire situation for him.
Well, you tell me he couldn't have played in game 1, but he could play in game 2. Come on.
Exactly.
30 home runs for Ozzie Albies. He's got 9 already this year.
Sure, over? Why the heck not?
He's the second youngest player in baseball.
Oh, is he? Okay.
You know who the youngest player is?
No.
Ronald Acuna? His teammate.
How old is he?
And he's 20, but a couple of
years.
What
are the odds
couple of months
that both of them stay with the Braves more than 2 years?
Oh, Acuna will be there because he can't. I mean, they've got his.
There'll be a strike or a holdout or a kidnapping or something.
Both of those guys, they've got it worked out, so they'll be with them for at least 3-4 years.
Yeah, I'm going to remember you said that because the only team that's ever been able to hold a lot of stars together like that is the Yankees.
Yeah.
There was a great discussion today on the Dan Le Batard show about.
That's because they buy them. These are the ones that are coming up through the organization.
Who
you got
are
a little
the guys
bit more control over them.
Accumulate. Why were certain guys getting in the Hall of Fame like Nolan Ryan? One of our guys' arguments was Nolan Ryan isn't as good as we think he was. He pitched for 26 years, so yeah, he's going to have some good years. But his argument was that I am not
That guy is a blooming moron.
I'm not informed enough on baseball to go one way or the other. I personally would have thought Nolan Ryan was like, no doubt, forever Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famer, yada, yada, yada. But this guy's
7 no-hitters.
I know. This guy's argument was, if you pitch that much, and then he also went off on
12 one-hitters.
Look, you don't have to convince me. He also said, everybody.
12 one-hitters.
Excuse me there. So if he said, he also went off in today's pitchers saying, everybody says, oh my God, this guy's already had 70 pitches. He said that Nolan Ryan apparently had 214 pitches in one 13-inning game one time, and then pitched the next time he was up.
That's why he's got so many losses, because he pitched so deep into innings.
I understand, but that was the guy's point, was today's pitchers need to shut up.
I agree with that.
Or maybe Nolan Ryan's just a freak whose shoulder didn't fall off. I mean,
that is true too. Never had much arm trouble. He still threw 98 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You had me. You blew the whole.
I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I just thought it was a good conversation. That who is, for instance, Joe Paterno. Forget the other stuff. Just wins and losses. At the last 8 to 10 years, we knew he wasn't that good, or Bobby Bowden, he wasn't that good anymore.
Right.
But he was just accumulating wins, adding to his legacy. When now you look back and you go, oh my God, he had 400 wins, and you're like, yeah, but he got 50 of them in the last 10 years, and they kind of sucked.
That was Robin Ventura. He put in the headlock and gave him some noogies.
Oh,
that's Nolan Ryan.
I think Nolan Ryan's one of the guys I would follow in baseball.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying their conversation was interesting to look at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But that show's a little off the wall.
That's okay. Up against a break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Your comfort is our number one concern. Advanced Heat and Air.
Advanced Heating and Air makes your comfort their priority for any season. Advanced Heating and Air is the region's train dealer and an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer that can save you money and energy with a new electric heat pump. Advanced Heating and Air maintains the region's best service team, so rely on us to make your comfort our number one concern. Call 234-5052, and we're there for you.
Do you want the best? Go with Crest. Crest pontoon boats at Harbor Point Marina. Luxury, style, and performance without compromise. That's Crest Pontoons. Right now, Harbor Point Marina has the new 2018 Crest pontoons on the showroom floor. Make sure to save big on our limited remaining 2017 models while they last. And don't forget about our in-water boat show, April 27th to 29th. For the best in Crest pontoons and all your boating needs, get to the point. Harbor Point in Stillwater's Lake Martin, or online at harborpoint.net.
Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gills. Selection and price, got to get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance you. Gotta get to Gills. Selection and price. Gotta get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills.
East Central Alabama asked for it, and Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoors has answered with the region's full-service Mahindra tractor and UTV dealer on Highway 280 in Alex City, next to Tallapoosa Ford. Full lines of Mahindra tractors, E-Max, Max 1500 series to 5500 series. We have the world's #1 tractor line. Get the job done as well with full lines of the world's toughest UTVs and accessories. Visit the all-new Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor in Alex City. True grit never taps out with Mahindra tractors, UTVs, and accessories.
What do you see when you think about your future?
Do you see determination that keeps you going, that helps you make a difference in your world?
Do you see challenges that make you stronger?
Southern Union State Community College realizes that your opportunities for greatness are unlimited. Your journey has just begun.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick,
What do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
That's like a superpower, like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
See Thomas Auto Parts on Green Street in Ellick City, East South Street in Dadeville, or Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Russell Do-It Center, offering a complete assortment of lumber, building materials, electrical, and plumbing supplies. Russell Do-It Center stores deliver first-class service, top-rate products, and competitive do-it-best pricing.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Just a couple of more segments in tonight's show. The Raptors up 81-74 on Cleveland. The Braves winning tonight. Luke's favorite team.
I mean, you know, it's so funny to me that everybody's so fired up. We got 130 games to go, man. How can
everyone's important, man?
No, there's not. They're just not.
Well, if you don't win the first one, you can't win the second one.
You can win the second one if you don't win the first one.
But you don't have two in a row.
Okay. I was going to say you need to rethink that statement, but yes.
Auburn picks up 5-star linebacker, number 1 in the country, of course. Alabama quietly adds another 4-star. That's from, Owen Papa. We mentioned him at the beginning of the show. We'll talk about him to close the show out. But first, a little would you rather.
Let's do it.
A little would you rather have more time or money?
You know, I think the philosophical answer is time, because you can figure out it. I'm going to tell you something. I've been watching a lot of these shows about making us all live longer. How long do I want to live?
Yeah, how much time are we talking about?
Exactly. I think I'm going to go with money.
Well, let's put it in the perspective of I wish I had more time in every day than as in not lengthening my life.
If you've got a lot of time and no money, I promise you're going to be sitting around wondering, where's my money? Yeah. Look,
I'd rather have the money.
I've been listening to enough Dave Ramsey. I'm going to put it in a Roth IRA or something. I'm going to do something good with it. I'm not just going to blow it. This isn't 30-year-old Luke. This is 45-year-old Luke, man. I'm going to do something smarter.
I'm with you. Who wants to live to be 100?
I'm 45 now, and I'm like, my wife sometimes says, would you quit cracking your ankles? And I don't even know I'm doing it. They're just cracking. Like, things about me are already breaking down, and I don't know that, do I want to live so long that, like, everything about me is broken down?
Yeah.
I don't.
Would you rather wipe out all bad people or all bad non-living things?
I'm going to need some clarification on all bad non-living things.
Well, what's bad that's not living? I would say like cancer, like, I don't know, pollution.
I'm going to go with bad people because you can't define. No, I'm fine. I mean, pollution's fine. If I took the money before, I'm not living that much longer anyway. I'm wiping out bad people because I'll tell you, there's nothing worse to me than like truly bad people.
Disease, sickness.
But see, again, I'm big in the. I'm not trying to get all.
You're
mystical
right
here.
In the population.
I'm saying there's always going to be something. Mother Nature is going to come back with something. We're going to get rid of something. She's going to come back with something else.
But you can get rid of it.
No, I think this is a one-shot deal. Like if more bad people are born, I just got to deal with them.
Just got to deal with it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of the bad people.
Get rid of the bad people. Well, that's probably they do a lot of bad things.
I don't like them.
Who does?
Yeah.
Would you rather take a European sightseeing tour or a Caribbean
Is this
vacation?
A real question?
Yeah.
You're talking to the guy who's going to India here very shortly, but I'm doing the Caribbean. Look, I like Europe. I mean, I've been to Paris and I've been to London and whatever. That's great. And I want to go to Italy one day, but I'm a Caribbean kind of guy. I mean, like I like going to the Caribbean. I like the way I went to one of those beach cookouts where they cook the lobsters out there right in front. That's pretty hardcore, man. That's good lobster.
I've been to Germany and Switzerland, Italy.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, and Austria. I'd go to the Caribbean.
All day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
with
sure, you know, the country formerly known as Czechoslovakia or whatever is awesome.
Yeah.
There's some places to see.
It would be cool. I'd like to do both, actually.
I'd like to go. I wouldn't mind going to Russia one day.
I got nothing. I
No,
lost
come on.
nothing
It'd
in
be
Russia.
pretty cool. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to spend a week there.
I mean,
as a part of a European thing.
Okay.
I don't know about the food. I don't know about the food. I don't know if I'd like it or not.
This is true.
I've never been to a Russian restaurant.
Do they have food there? They do.
They've got
Okay.
food.
Okay.
Just offended
Well, would
all
you?
the Russians
all
in
the
Tallapoosa County.
All the Russians watching. Would you rather have no internet or no cell phone?
Oh, is it no cell phone? I'm already sick of cell phones. I mean, like, is there a time you ever get a phone call and you go, "Oh my God, so awesome that this person's calling me"? Every time a phone rings,
goodness they can get in touch with me when I least want them to.
Every time a phone rings now, from me to you watching to you, nobody ever looks at the phone and goes, "Oh yes, it's." No, you always look at the phone. Oh my God, what do they want? It can be anybody. You go, "Oh my God, this is going to be terrible." Like, you never think it's going to be good news on the phone anymore because nobody ever calls you with good news. They text you good news. They text an emoji of somebody being pregnant or money. But
There's a pregnant emoji?
I'm guessing.
Wow. Okay. Would you rather, now this is a thinker, Luke, make any imaginary thing reality just by drawing it, or make any real thing disappear by drawing it and erasing it?
How well do I have to draw it?
That's up to you, I guess. Because if it was for
But
me, I'd be
what if I
screwed.
drew it so poorly it didn't know what I was supposed to, like, it came back to me.
Let's
as
assume that it would know, and it would be okay.
Then I'm doing the erase thing. Because I'm one of those guys.
You're taking it away.
I like cutting my grass. I like trimming all the trees back. I don't want a lot of overgrowth. I'm kind of like Thanos. I mean,
You just want to watch the sunrise, huh? Okay.
That's horrible.
So you're drawing you're drawing something and erasing it.
This is so weird. Justin just said Lucas Thanos. I did not see that before.
Finally, would you rather have no one show up at your wedding or have no one show up at your funeral?
And again, I think the philosophical answer would be your funeral because I'm dead and I don't care. But, you know, and I've had 2 weddings now, so you got to do a lot of talking to people. And sometimes you don't remember exactly who they are, and you got to act a lot more interested, and like you really just want your wedding.
Well, a lot of
it's
people
really about
elope.
you. The wedding, first of all, the wedding is such a misnomer. They say this is for the bride. It's for the guests. That's why you should never do a wedding in the fall. Never do one. Never do one on a football Saturday or Sunday. Just don't do it. Now, I did it, but it was a surprise wedding. And I had TVs. I made sure. I said, we're not doing this if I can't have the Alabama-Tennessee game on. And I feel awful I did it during the Alabama-Tennessee game. But in my defense, Tennessee was terrible that year, and we knew we were going to beat them. And it was in Knoxville.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, people elope. There is such a thing as not having people at a wedding. Nobody says, man, I hope nobody shows up to my funeral.
Yeah, I got a feeling, though, that I better go ahead and be prepared for that. I got a feeling
I'll
that
be there, Lou.
if I'm either looking down or looking up and going, you know, I feel like that would be part of my penance, part of my circle of hell is I want you to see this. Oh, man, you know, there's like 6 people there, and 2 of them were just lost.
Oh, me. Up against the break here, and we'll end on that note. My goodness. Don't go anywhere. One final segment of Sports Blitz Live brought to you by JR Sports Bar and Grill and Sunshine Heating and Air right after this.
We're clearing out all the 2017 models at Lynch Nissan of Auburn. Payments as low as $199 per month and 2 years of free maintenance with every Nissan purchase now through September 30th. But only at Lynch Nissan. Shop now at lynchnissan.com. Got your eye on a new Nissan? Get to Lynch Nissan of Auburn right now for your best deal. Save up to $8,500 off MSRP. Plus, get 2 years free maintenance on every new Nissan now through September 30th. Exclusively at lynchnissan.com.
If you're seeing the American cockroach, throw up the red flag. Ladybugs, throw up the red flag. Ants and swarming termites, throw up the red flag. And kudzu bugs, throw up the red flag. That's Red Flag Pest Control. So the caution is on. Call Red Flag Pest Control today.
I'm Scott Davis with Red Flag Pest Control, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Call me today, 256-825-0430.
Hey, you mind if I borrowed this for a sec? I just gotta look something up.
Sure.
Conjunctivitis. That's what I got. You know, pink eye, I just couldn't think of the real name for it. Thanks, man.
When you want quick quality care, come to Russell Medical Urgent Care. We're open 7 days a week and conveniently located behind the Cancer Center on the hospital campus. Russell Medical Urgent Care. When it's not an emergency, but it's urgent.
Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. At Walls, you'll find a dedicated staff offering top quality service from routine maintenance to a full engine overhaul and everything in between. Brian Walls and the folks at Walls Tire are local folks that you know, and they provide the best service always at a fair price. Find out what the rest of the Lake Martin area already knows. Walls Tire is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. Just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Skag, the toughest name in lawnmowers. Unmatched quality and performance for over 3 decades. The clear choice, the best mower money can buy for work or at home. Top lawn care professionals and discerning homeowners know that Skag means productivity and reliability. Every Skag mower is proudly built right here in the USA. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best. Skag.
Satterfield Outdoor Living on Highway 280 in Alex City.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Hyundai of Auburn. You owe it to yourself. Call Hyundai of Auburn today at 334-321-0777 and visit them online at HyundaiofAuburn.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday. Owen Papo, supposed to be a game-changing type linebacker, commits to Auburn. 5-star, number 8 player in the country. I think number 1 outside linebacker in the country from Grayson, Georgia. El Toro Freeman's been telling me about this guy and says that he said he felt really good about him coming to Auburn, and he said he felt like Wanya Morris.
Let's also say El Toro feels good about everybody going to Auburn. Let's just throw that out there.
I will say that he felt good about Wanya Morris until about 2 weeks ago, and then he said it may not look good. So he is a prophet.
Yeah, Wanya Morris goes to Tennessee. 4 guys today from Grayson, Georgia.
I hope that team won the state last year.
They had to. I mean, I'm not keeping up with Georgia high school football that much, but they had to. They got Kevin Harris. He commits to Alabama today. Wanya Morris commits to Tennessee. Kenyatta Walker Jr. commits to Texas. And then Auburn, of course, gets Owen Papo. That's a strong team right there. Those probably aren't the only 4 prospects. Those are probably just the 4 biggest prospects on that team. And so with Alabama getting Kevin Harris today, they move into the number 1 slot for the 2019 rankings. Auburn was pretty way down, so they get Papo, and that moves them up to number 19 in the rankings, just behind Duke, which is a little weird. I mean, Duke's only got 8 commitments, but you do this based on points. Auburn's got 6 commits. Duke's got 8 commits, so that's probably the reason. But
I think Alabama got right now.
Alabama's got 11, a 5-star and 10 4-stars. Auburn's got a 5-star, 3 4-stars, and 2 3-stars. So Alabama's class is going to be really strong this year. I mean, I think Nick Saban decided, okay, maybe we were a little bit maybe this recruiting staff wasn't all that great. So he went out and got some young guys that they're known for recruiting, and it's paying dividends right now. I mean, Alabama's in on some pretty big names. So
maybe the biggest story is that none of them went to Georgia. 4 guys out
I don't
of
think Georgia was really after Kevin Harris, who went to Alabama, in Georgia's defense, because they do have a commitment from Nolan Smith, who's the #1 player in the country by some reports, and he plays that same position. So I don't know that they went out. And Georgia's already got a commitment. Nolan Smith on this list is #6, and they have a commitment from Jaden Hazelwood, who's #5 player in the country at wide receiver, and they feel good about a couple of other guys out there. So, and you know what? If you listen to Georgia moderators, they still feel good about Owen Papo. They feel like they'll flip him. I mean, now Georgia feels like they'll flip everybody all the time, so who knows?
Depends on some checks clear, I guess.
It just, you never know. But I guess y'all's cleared first. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, obviously we're on the up and up. We're fighting an uphill battle.
I got you. Sure, true. Sorry I brought it up.
I dare you impugn our lily white reputation. There you go. Anything else? Any
airing of grievances
tonight?
I don't think so. I think we've already talked about the Avenger. I wish that they would do less space in some of these. I don't like aliens.
Well, you know, it takes a fair
amount
of outer space to.
Well, I'm just wondering, where do you go from here? Because after Avengers 4, I mean, the Avengers can only be a group to fight horrifically earth-shattering villains. Like in the comics, you know, all these teams started fighting out just these, you know, sort of man guys. But once they got their acts together, like they were the Patriots with Tom Brady and Randy Moss.
Yeah, well, there's always somebody worse out there. So I guess
Joker's still the best villain in comics. Period. End of story.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
DC's got better villains. Let me put it that way.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for Sports Blitz Live on this evening. Thank you so much out there for joining us. We are back on the air next Tuesday. Be sure to join us then from 7 to 9. For Luke Robinson, I am Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.
Have you heard the news? Your favorite chick is now online. That's right. You can now get Chicken Salad Chick even faster by visiting order.chickensaladchick.com. Chicken Salad Chick, born in Alabama and serving the best chicken salad around.
What's different about Hyundai of Auburn? Beautiful cars built here from parts made here. That's jobs and tax money.
And right now, Max, record low finance plans. 0% interest and $42.50 cash to spend with no budget busting repairs for a full 10 years. Drive a new Hyundai today. Check it out, HyundaiofAuburn.com.
And my Max Markdown deals. Tell them Max sent you. I might get a bonus.
Max, you're not real.
What?